Rift.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my fucking computer. I swear to God. Dear me, oh me, oh me. Okay, either way, that's the wrong overlay. There we go. Full screen. We have a game. We're about to hit the first friggin' fight, and XSplit is just trolling the hell out of me. So I'm a little pissed off at it. But I've now tried this 3 times. I'm going to go over very quickly since we're now in the game and I do not have a 3-minute delay. We have Delusive here on the blue team. We have somebody else here on the purple team. We have Champagne Showers. That is who this is going to be. They picked Skarner, Sona, Kennen, Ezreal, Severe, and Delusive took a Trundle in the jungle, Janna with heal, Vayne, Annie, and Gangplank. So, as you can tell, already, jungle invade going down. They're looking for that blue. They're looking for that Skarner. Blue team, not exactly sure what the hell is going on. And this is actually going to turn out to be really bad for Gangplank. Oh no, he walked right in, face checked with the bush. Only got hit down to half health. Does not look like they're actually going to learn any kind of flashes to try to pick that up. But now, hey, look, purple team over there, no problem. We can't jump in there. We do not have a clairvoyance. With no clairvoyance means you cannot face check, and if you cannot face check, it means that you are now surrendering that blue to your Skarner. Or, it doesn't even have to be to your Skarner. It could be to anybody else, although I do suspect it will be Skarner picking it up. So let's see, they're going to pick it up here, no problem. Goes down really quick. Trundle already finished up. Yeah, he's going to pick that up. Trundle already finishing up with the race. Now, what typically you do see happen is after your blue gets stolen, you come over here to the enemy blue because there's no one there, right? And this is going to be the trick to this game. They said this in chat, and I was very confused out of it. Solo top Severe up against Gangplank. It is going to be Kennen in the middle, and an Ezreal Sona combo. Sona does have that clairvoyance. Down here, up against this Fade. Fade, and this heal combo Janna. So already off to a good boost. We're going to use this blue buff to go grab ourselves a red with that Skarner. I'm very curious to see how this is going to work. How is this going to work for Severe? Because I'm a big fan of Severe. What kind of runes is she running? Nobody's in danger at this point. 31 armor penetration, which is basically the max armor penetration you can get at this point. 10% armor penetration after that, so very offensive masteries. Lifesteal at 6. And she has herself with Doran's Blade. So 3 and 3 split. So she's not using any of those new runes. She's not using the lifesteal runes. Now, magic penetration, absolutely 0. The new remake has actually reduced all her magic damage to 0, so she's not using any of those combo runes either. Here comes the Skarner, though, with the blue and the red. We do got Lightning Rush into a Shuriken. Flashed! Counter flash coming out. No kill for you today, Scorpion. But hey, that was well worth the flash, although I don't think he should have flashed either. But, if you can gank into this mid lane and burn a flash on your enemies, then hey, that next time you come around for a gank, it will be down. You should be able to jump in, no problem, except that Skarner used his flash here, so it's kind of the same situation. He can come in and gank, but it's not going to be using a flash. Now, he could definitely come into here on top of this Annie with the help of this Kennen, but it does not look like it's going to happen. And check this out. Severe, full health, takes out Gangplank top. How the hell did that happen? I don't know, but a little bit of action down here. Does look like Sona getting knocked away from Fade. Vayne, I'm calling her Fane because of friggin' Janna and Sona. And either way, Vayne, not gonna die tonight. No, condemn 1, tumble 1, get out of my face. Sona, 1-0. Here we go. Gangplank coming back up top. What has he bought? Does look like, ooh, we got Eggnog Health Potion. So it is the Christmas patch, guys. Have you seen some of those new skins? They are spectacular. I'm quite a fan of them, Either way, it does look like cloth armor and boots here for Mr. Gangplank. Cloth armor should do very well up against this Severe, because Severe is purely physical damage. That's kind of the problem with her. She has fantastic early game when built correctly, and she has fantastic mid game when built correctly, but if you don't snowball hard, oh, that was a waste of a... Oh, why did you walk back into that? Oh, that makes no sense, and here comes the Scorpion, but he's nowhere close to that. Oh my god, Gangplank getting eaten alive here, but mobile user, he's going to head on back. He has the first blood. He has a lot of cash under his belt. I would not be too surprised to see Berserker Greaves come out right now! Oh my god, triple Doran Blades with 3 health pots. Talk about sustain, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that, 12% lifesteal, 102 attack damage, and we're only 5 minutes into this game. Good night, sweet prince. Good luck to that, Mr. Gangplank. I'm going to have to try this strat out later. It all comes down to that boomerang. If you can land that boomerang, 3 in the boomerang, 1 and 1, so not too surprising there. It will work out to your favor. Now, what has Trundle been doing? He picked up himself his red. He is level 4, back in town with a Madreds, and it does not actually look like Skarner has had the chance to go on back. Kennen throwing out a little bit of harass here onto the Annie, but he's going to get counter-stunned into a few auto attacks, and a good stun from him coming out, just stopping that aggression. They're level 5 each. In terms of the last hits, 34 for Vayne. And actually, yeah, 34, 30, 30. Very strong last hits coming out of Delusive, and you can see a little bit worse for wear here on the purple side. 20s, high 30s. Well, low 30s, I guess. Ezreal, doing his thing. Dorn's Blade onto him. We do got the healer right here. No healer for Vayne, although she has not gone down. Hasn't really lost a lot of hit points, but because she does not have that healer, she does go boots of speed, eggnog potion. You can see, Janna doing some fun things. She has herself that vision ward off the bat. Oh no! Mobile user gets hit by the gank here from HTO. Goes for the kill on top of Varn, but no oranges, and he was K, guys. Of course, he did miss the boomerang to boot. So yeah, HTL cutting off the escape with the Pillar of Filth right there. That forces her to either burn the flash, which she did not have. Flash down for a while now. Or just go in and fight. And she chose to fight, tried to take out the gangplank, didn't work. Just a little bit, those oranges saving his life. That's why you eat an orange and are K, guys, because it saved him a lot of pain right there. So he goes on back, gets that Madred, looking for that Wriggles, that sustain. He needs to try to match it here. And Severe, not enough cash. How much cash does she have? Oh yeah, still 50 off, so not enough quite for those boots. Those boots would have been impeccable because she is technically slower than her gangplank, except that she does have, 50 movement speed bonus from Fleet of Foot. So that's basically boots right there once you get down to it, because, boots 1 does grant 50 movement speed. Bam, there it is, enhanced movement 1. And it's very well known that it does actually supply 50 movement speed. So if she attacks any of these heroes, then she will be granted the extra power of her boots. I like to run boots and pots myself for that extra pushing power in the very early game for that ganking 400 movement speed. Do not underestimate that, guys. Do not underestimate that. Look at this in the middle. Tibbers burst coming down on top of Pure Rapture, and he does go down, biting the dust of this Annie and her bear Tibbers. And oh no, mobile user going for another kill. Does not get the spell shield onto the parlay, but a good flash is going to be saving Varno's life right there. So that boomerang, it goes out and it will come back and it will still hit you a second time. So that flash is basically what kept his life right there, because he did have an ignite on him as well. And you can just see the aggressiveness of Severe coming out very early up against this gangplank, forcing him to use a lot of his sustain. Now we do got blue buff coming out here for Annie. That is going to be fantastic for her mid, and does look like Skarner with his own blue buff going to come down here, check out the scene. Guys, what we want to do, let's get this Dragon. Yes, we want to get this Dragon, but HTO and the ultimate from Varno going to come after mobile user. We do got the Motivate coming out. Motivate? No, the Raise Morale. Started with an M. Yeah, but look at that boomerang. A linear line damage right there, and yeah, we're not going to be able to capitalize on this, but mobile user did stay alive. Israel does find out that Janna knows exactly what we're doing. It does not matter. The Dragon goes down. Extra damage coming up from Pure Rapture, and they're going to be securing themselves a Dragon. But believe it or not, Dragon, I have to assume purple team had 4 people there. If they didn't get Dragon, that'd be quite something else. Let's see, chat. And yep, nope. Don't know about that. Okay. I have to assume purple team picked up the Dragon. We don't have a Dragon counter to tell, and I wasn't really looking at the gold. But even with the Dragon under their belt, they got first blood. They're down a kill. And they got Dragon under the belt, and still the gold is even. That's largely to do with these last hits. Let's see, 44, 45, 64, 65, 49 to 49, 76 to 54. So that's like a 20 creep difference right there. 20 creeps, call them 20 gold each. Maybe, let's say 15 gold each. 15 times 20 is 300, so yeah, that's about a little less than a Dragon. Look at this, 2 fights going on. Ezreal is not going to pick up Janna because of that heal, but we do have Sona go down to this combined effort. Now we are going to have to, great use of Tumble right there. Avoids the skill shots, gets behind those creeps, is going to take a shield from Janna. Janna, however, could be in big trouble, but no, the tornado comes out, and Vayne just going to town on top of this Ezreal. But in the mid, Skarner and Kennen able to take out the win there, and yep. A little bit of a revenge kill right there. So we did lose both bottom. Great heal from Janna, no problem. Comes into the mid. We do lose Annie, so a little bit of a fight up here as well. Mobile user trying to chase down our Gangplank with our ultimate. That is a Skarner. Is Skarner going to blink in? No, he is not. He is not going to blink in because he can't blink in. It is down. Probably used it to kill that Annie. So yeah, multiple fights going on. 4-2 right now for Delusive. They actually take the gold lead a little bit right there. 500. No! The tower dive coming in from the Scorpion. Great use of the boomerang there. We trapped him here into this linear spot. Throw out the boomerang. Lots of damage, but no, the Scorpion does not seem to want to capitalize on this. Why are you letting him go? No, I think that's a bad move right there. There's absolutely nobody up here to support that Gangplank, and he was within very killable range, but Scorpion didn't want to do it. He didn't want to do it. Either way, mobile user, clear dominance of this lane. He's sitting nicely at 63 creep kills, and you know, he's 1-1. Gangplank 1-1 as well as 64 creep kills, but it almost just feels like that he's been pressured a lot more. I mean, we've had Skarner up here a few times. Now you see HTL trying to take over, has himself that wriggle. So does that Gangplank. Gangplank going to be coming back into this mid lane. We have our Sork shoes and our blasting wand here for Annie, so possibly that death cap first. Not too sure. She does have the double Doran, so after she did die, she wanted to get back into the game a little bit. 118 ability power at 11 minutes in. Not too shabby. 29 spell pen with 10% on top of that. 4% cooldown reduction, so just the offensive masteries at work right there. Now, where are we going with our Scorpion? Big pressure down south. Typically, this lane does seem very pushed towards Delusive, which works out great because that means Trundle can come down and gank these guys at any point, but no, it doesn't seem to happen. But, oh no, face check in a bush. Annie getting ultimated by the Scorpion, just kind of keeping her in place. Oh my god, the burst from Annie hurts so much right now, but there's the Tibbers, and that is going to be a kill for Kennen. We do have Ezreal in town. We got Severe coming down as well, and the Sona. That was essentially a very dead Annie. I have no idea why she went chasing him, but because again, they have no clairvoyance. They do have this one ward here, so they saw him coming in and they're like, oh, I can catch him off guard doing blue. Blue wasn't up. Oh, well, damn. Guess I'm dead. And he died. That's pretty much how that went. So now we got red and blue on Kennen, which is nothing you really want to do. Oh wow, look at that. Oh, great spell shield right there. Mobile user not interested in fighting at all. Interested in farming a little bit more, and yeah. Creep wave, ricochet, clears the creep wave with the boomerang, and then it uses the ricochet to clean up. Very popular combo. I like it myself. Ooh, very interesting. Enhanced movement speed 3. So we are trying to capitalize. We have 400 movement speed, and every time we attack this Gangplank, when he doesn't dodge, that is. Yeah, 7% dodge. Stupid dodge. Who does he think he is? Either way, when she does get hit, we will have her spiking up to 452. A little bit of counter warding going on down here. Not a problem. HTL and Henry, they're in town. They're looking for blood. We do got a Ruby Crystal blasting one, so it's probably going to be that Rod of Ages. No! Hello, Janna! We find her there in the bush, but Pure Rapture just taking a beating. The Sona Sun comes out. It will not matter. And, wow, it looked like Baron buff actually just served for a minute. I was going to say, wow, congrats. They're nowhere near Baron, but he gave it up. No problem. Yeah, we're going to have to Arcane Shift out of that Vayne, throwing down a lot of damage. Has that red and blue now. From the Kennen kill, so that is very scary for a Vayne, because now she has infinite mana and she has the red buff to boot. Henry gonna go in from behind, does not have Tibbers, has Tibbers in 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2, 1, finds a Skarner! Oh god, 3-on-1, better throw out the Tibbers, no, flash, Tibbers combo destroys both Ezreal and Sona, and this Scorpion just totally ignored. Oh, hello, the rest of the team is here, and that is going to be a stun. That is a flash. Vayne trying to just push him back, but no, Henry's going to pick that one up as well for the triple. Oh, dear God, that was a lot of pain. 9-3 right now. Gangplank not part of that fight. Did throw down the ultimate, and is now going to try to go one-on-one against mobile user, but the spell shield just reflecting all the damage into nothingness from those parlays. You can see, throws out the boomerang, gets both of them in, going for another boomerang, the ricochet bonus damage, not quite enough to finish him off, but we do have the ultimate here. Come on, one more boomerang, that's all you need, but he does smartly avoid it. Varno now at a very big disadvantage, really trying to figure out what can he do here. We do get a pop, the offensive spell shield right there. He went up for that creep, but of course Severe did think it was for her. The ricochet going to come out, but it's not going to be enough. We are almost out of mana, but we do have one more boomerang left in us, and I don't think Varno is actually going to try to push this lane. lane. He does have the wriggle, so he does have the lifesteal, but it's not probably enough. Oh no, lots of damage. Oh, that boomerang. So close, guys, so close. What's going on down here? We do got Skarner and the Sona throwing out lots of damage. Pure Raptor wants his buff back, guys. Throwing out the ultimate here onto Tuckets. And Tuckets, oh, very close, but does die. Now transfers that red and blue to Skarner. It is the longest lasting red and blue buff in the history of mankind. But, oh, big exhaust. Not exhaust. Big damage coming out from Henry. I don't know why I said exhaust, but... Yep, no exhaust there. Where did Varno go? Did Varno go back to town? Did Varno die? Where's Varno? No, there he is. He's back in town now. No, that was Trundle. Varno! Oh, you're in mid. I didn't even see you. When did you get down to mid, you silly gangplank? Yeah, that tower's not hurting. Or, that tower is hurting. It's not looking so good. Bought nothing on Severe. That's kind of weird. Severe should be rolling in the cash. 1,300, 104 creep kills. She's really starting to accelerate a little bit now. But Vayne up there, 102. Annie at 106 as well. Sona still throwing down those wards. Has herself the Philo. Ruby Crystal going for that Heart of Gold. Nothing too weird there. Yeah, let's pick up that red Severe. You can do it, girl. How much life steal she at now? 12%? Should be enough. That's almost her whole Wriggles right there. So, yeah, she should be fine. Wriggles, let's get 15%, and she will pick up a red and go back to top, and Varno will have to weep a little. I don't think he's liking this matchup whatsoever. Here we go. Trundle, Heart of Gold, after that Wriggles, is holding out the blue here for somebody. There we go. We're going to pick it up for Annie. Annie just lost her blue. Wow, she is starting to hurt. 142 ability power with that triple kill. Got herself that Rod of Ages. Very nice. Before the 20-minute mark, that is the good benchmark to have, guys. Although it does look like Hex Tech with a Giant Spout and Amplifying means a Rylai's here for pure Rapture. Nope, we're going to lose 6 to midnight down south. Tucket's picking that one up. Now, whenever you pick Ezreal and you want to go bottom lane, there's one problem. They pick Vayne, and then you're screwed. More often than not, Vayne mechanics vastly outdo all of Ezreal's mechanics. Now, I like Varno here. He's really learning from his attacks upon Severe. Every time he charges at her, he throws out the boomerang, dodges it very nicely, is now starting to prompt out that spell shield as well. So in terms of like the fake out mind game, he's definitely winning it up there. And we do have a very sneaky little girl lost in the forest. She's going to come down here. We do got the ultimate going off. We're going to try to put down as much damage as we can on the mobile user, and it will almost be enough. But hey, Henry is right behind you. Mobile user finally figures it out. Is going to go try to suicide into the fountain. Doesn't want to give the kill to Henry. Very smart move right there, I think. We do not want to feed that Annie. Instead, we're going to have big pressure here mid. HTL is trying to hold it down, but there's 2 of them here, and, you know, he's no slouch. 115 ability power to him as well. That's Severe, just maybe a little bit too confident in her abilities to try to repel these kind of attacks, but as soon as she saw the gank set up, of course, you know, Annie went the totally long way, avoiding all kind of wards. Yeah, no problem. Tucket's taking down that Ezreal, no problem. Yeah, look at that. Janna ult perfectly countering this this Kennen ult. No Kennen ult for you, although Tucket's, you might want to go suicide into a tower. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Oh no, we gave it to 6 to midnight. I don't know how she picked up that kill, but it's better than giving it to Kennen. Now we do got the ganks here set up. HTO and Henry. There's down here. Janna is now down an ultimate. We do not have one on this Kennen. We do not have one on this Sona. Very gankable material, and that is what we're going to do. Trundle now coming in with the goo on the floor. Look at that burst from that Annie. I thought Janna skill stole that actually for a minute there. Tower gank successful, but HTL still taking tower damage. Is going to narrowly avoid that Ezreal ult, and the Scorpion is in here now as well. We do got Varno in town. Mobile user starting to come down here as well. Has herself that BF sword and that movement 3. 402 movement speed, but no, she's going to get 2-on-1. Good use of the spell shield is going to avoid that parlay, no problem, but she's not going to be very useful by herself off to the side because everyone is now returning. And that now puts us at a 14-5 state. 27k to 22. Yeah, about a 5k gold difference at this point. Guys, Vayne is very happy. The tier 1 boots, Wriggles, Black Cleaver, and Zeal. She's going to come up here, do a little bit of farming. She has fallen behind. I'll take that back. She has not fallen behind in the creep score. I was looking at... yeah, Gangplank. She's actually leading at this point. 140 creeps. Not a problem. Doing some good work. We do got the very offensive double AD range down here. Check this out. We almost have that Bloodthirster for Mr. Ezreal. I'm not too sure what mobile user wants to run. Usually I run a Bloodthirster, but he could be going anyway here with the BF sword. He does have quite a bit of lifesteal with those Dorans, but here comes Varno. Varno coming in with the kill, and hopefully here with the rest of them. Oh, Janet taking so much damage. Oh, great flash right there is going to heal him up. Ezreal going for the kill on top of Janet, but no, gets baited into it. Tuckets takes out the top tower, and Kennen going to go defend that, but we now have lost our Ezreal, and the boomerangs are now starting to kind of slide off. They are level 5, and people are just building armor and health up against the Severe. She doesn't have anything kind of scaling at this point, and yeah, they're not really that afraid of her right now. Look at this Kennen. Just defending that top like a boss, no problem. Scorpion coming down here, has himself that Sheen. This tower, he's going to be taking some damage. Oh my god, the burst on top of this Sona is just so much right now. But Svarno going maybe a little bit too far, but no, the tower does go down. The safety blanket has now been removed. Sona does eventually succumb to the dot from the auto attacks on top of that gangplank, and mobile user and the Scorpion now just trying to defend this down here. I don't know how Janet is still alive, but that is ridiculous. We lose another tower in the mid. Tuckets just really doing a good job taking out those towers, gaining a lot of global gold over their opponents. They have, destroyed 3 towers now compared to the 1 down south here for Champagne Showers. So Delusive doing quite a good job. They're going to use this advantage, try to roll into that jungle. The Scorpion's going to find it. They are not going to leave it. Oh, are they going to leave it smiteable? Can he smite it? No! Yes, they actually stole it. Blue team. No, wait. Yeah, blue team picked it up. Purple going to try to go for the kill here. And Varno looks like he's a very dead pirate to me. So I'm fairly sure blue team picked up that, because now we're 8 kill up. Henry going to be taking double kill right there with that ignite. Exhaust going down onto the Scorpion. Oh, the great Sona stun, but Sona is probably going to be dying for it. Vayne picking up mobile user, and this could be our first ace of the game. 6 to midnight goes down, and that is our ace. Where's my voice for triples and doubles and all that? No? No voice? Okay. Let's see what the chat says. GG, well played, la la la, all that fun stuff. So 22 minutes in, it is technically surrenderable. That was a good ace right there. Delusive up 21 to 6, 10k gold. Fairly sure they've picked up 1 dragon, the other team picking up the other. It's kind of hard to tell though. Maybe I'll have to go back over and figure out. I think it's 1-1 in the dragons. Purple had the first one. I'm fairly sure we took it here for blue team with the smite. Purple turret going down after that ace, and lots of gold coming out. So yeah, Severe had herself a great early game. Looks like she's going for that Bloodthirster first as well. Where's Ezreal? Ezreal has his with the Berserkers. I really did expect Berserkers on Severe. You really do want that attack speed. The movement 3 I don't think is actually that well worth it. Either way, Vayne picked up the red, left him a present of those 2. Warmogs, Atma's coming out here for Varno. Varno actually, he's up over 100 creep kills. He's at 125, not too shabby. Let's see, how much gold? 9,000 gold here for Vayne, 7-2 score. 9,000 gold here for Annie at a 9-2 score. In comparison, yeah, 5,000s, almost 6 here for Kennen. We're getting a little outclassed in terms of gold, guys. You can see some of these hearts of golds. We had a Philostone over here with another heart of gold and a Kage's lucky pick. So Sona, running the pretty standard 3 gold items, has 2 wards to her name and some magic resist. No magic mantle right there. Smack dab in her inventory. It's not looking good, I'm not going to lie. Champagne Showers are finally going to take their second tower. Is going to be up top. Took him a while, mobile user, to pick that one up, but throwing down that ultimate every time. They tried. Varno's bounced back pretty nice as well. Severe ends up at 1-3. It doesn't miss the boomerang yet again. Gets off the ricochet, but it's really not that much damage. We got 169 armor here on this gangplank, and this is the problem with late game Severe. If you do not snowball extremely hard and start hitting extremely hard, pure armor just counters you. That's it. That's all you need. Pure armor. She only does physical damage, and if you don't clump up, that ricochet is really going to be, just really ridiculously nerfed. Now, the other thing that you need to do is just also avoid that boomerang, and so far Blue Team has done a fantastic job of doing that. Gameplank really did learn his lesson after he did give that first blood to her, and he really did put a nice stop to her snowball. She's 1-3, he's 4-2. He's earned himself 7,900. She's earned herself 6,200. Does look like, you know, we know that you're there. We're going to throw out a lot of damage. Though this Baron could be in big contention. Oh no, purple team has it. They took it. But look at the burst. They all clumped up on top of that Tibbers. What were they thinking? And that, oh my god, they stole Baron, but they got ace. They all jumped into that. We had the Janna ult. We had the Janna damage. We had Vayne just smacking people around. But most importantly, we had Tibbers and the AoE stun land on like all 5 of them right there. Wow, 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 wow. I'm not looking at chat anymore. But yikes. Talk about a meltdown. What were we at? 9-2 before? Now we're at 12-2. Yeah, all those kills were distributed between Annie and Vayne. Vayne was at 7-2, now she's at 9-2. Annie was at 9-2, now she's at 12-2. 42 gold, 11k gold difference. Ridiculous. Guys, this is why you don't clump up on top of Annie. They're really afraid of that Annie. Oh my god. Kudos to them for stealing that Baron. That was pretty cool. But yeah, they lost the brownie points as soon as they got aced. So yeah, Henry's going to have to get on out of that. Looks like Vayne going to be taking the hint. She's going to get on out. Time for some item shopping, I think. This is never good. This is actually pretty awesome. There we go, wrong button. Yeah, so HTL, you know, has himself a Phage, a Kindle Gem, some Heart of Gold, lots of armor, lots of magic resist. So the Phage could be into a Frozen Mount. Kindle Gem could very easily be into that Shurelias that we'd like to see a lot. Noob Jube here. Now this is the telltale sign. Unless we're about to, yeah, we're about to lose Unstoppable. Tuckut's taking big damage! Yes, he does go down. But HTL able to just smack around that Ezreal. They're going to go for a 3-for-1 exchange, which is not in purple team's favor. But hey, they killed Vayne. Yay! Either way. Check out this Janna. Janna is support, has herself Boots of Speed 1 with 2 gold per 10 items and enough gold to buy herself a Rabadon's. She is 0019 at 6,500 gold, which is more gold than majority of the enemy team. That is ownage. That is ownage. Vayne down on the floor, gonna go for... Oh, someone else is dead. Yeah, Scorpion died. Dagger with BF sword? Isn't that just another Black Cleaver? Did you go for another Black Cleaver? No. Really? I assumed she was going for an Infinity Edge, but we'll see what they want. Either way, yeah. Very fed Annie. Very squishy Annie too. She takes a lot of damage right there, as you can see, but 457 ability power, 27 minutes into the game. She has been melting face all day. And as I said earlier, she has that 46% spell penetration with that Void Staff. Oh dear god, that's a lot of spell penetration. Okay, Gangplank, what are you doing, dude? You got your Atmas, you got Wriggles, you got Ninja Tabby, so lots of armor, 172, really shut down that Severe, and a Red Pot to boot. So he's doing 215 damage, 22% crit. Pretty awesome, if you ask me. Lots of bings going down. Okay, either way, Skarner has himself nowhere close to that Triforce. Ouch, that's kind of gonna hurt. But he does have that Wriggles to boot, and the Mercury Tread, so he's running 117 armor. It hasn't been helping him a lot. And, oh, hi Kennen. Okay, I'm not even gonna get to you. Sona, she's been running herself, as I said, that triple 10, has herself the Kindle Gem, going for that Shurelias. Yeah, no problem. Kennen dead on the floor, doesn't have anything. Wow. He finished off the Will of the Ancients before he got the Rylai's, and now he has a needlessly large rod, so maybe he's trying to combine them into a hat. Either way, at 30 minutes, it's poor farm. It's not so good. He's 363 with 166 creeps. The creeps are good, that's fine, and he's about to decimate 2 people here. Well, at least one. Yeah, she doesn't care. She just oh my god. Oh my god. And yeah, Ezreal dead on the floor. Yeah, mobile user goes down. Ezreal, you know, looks like maybe he wanted to try on a Phage. After that Bloodthirst. Oh, we got the mana rewards. Look at the mana rewards. Yeah, this is game, guys. Don't take it out of context. And yeah, mobile user just couldn't get what you wanted done. Has a Sheen. I don't really approve of a Sheen. A, the mana's fine, but the ability power is total waste. And like the extra damage, I don't know if it's worth it. But that's the game, guys. Delusive. taking it over champagne showers. Sorry I couldn't get the live stream up, but XSplit hates me to death, so that's why it's being recorded here on YouTube. It will be up, and overall, very enjoyable match. Good to see the pros in action again. I like it very much so, and hope you guys liked it too. I was running solo, so I was kind of chatty, and I think I missed 3 kills, so sorry about that. Usually I have a co-caster, and then when he talks, I just go looking for kills, so my bad. Either way, Hat Person on hiatus. We will return, I swear to God. Let's see if I can get another game going. But the FourCourtJester, find me on the Twitch, the Twitter, the YouTube, the Facebook. FourCourtJester, hit me up, sub me, leave me the comments. Whoop, and we're out. Bam. Bye-bye.